Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on, people? Hope you guys had a great day today, man. Thanks for joining me on another edition of True Crime Strategic Eyes. This is an impromptu live. And I got to talk about this one, man, because this one is weird, man. This one's not sitting right with me, man. First of all, I want to say I'm so happy, so happy that this little boy, Jamal White, was found alive and well. 7 years old, went missing. Went missing. Let me not even diminish what we saw. We're going to actually see it, too. He was abducted by a guy with a gun, apparently, right? But it's just, so I guess before I get into it, all right, I'm happy that he's home safely. I actually didn't know about this case. I'm in the car with my partner for the day, and we were going to do some cases, and she just was so emotional. She's like, "Oh my God, this popped up in my feed. I've been sharing it all day on my Instagram." And I'm like, "Sharing what? What's going on?" And then she shows me, the TikToks and the Instagrams of Jamal White's abduction. I'm like, "Oh my word, man, that is just so sad." It really touched me. So I'm like, "Yo, send me that video, whatever, because I got to cover this on my channel." The way it works, though, is on True Crime Strategic is we don't break news because I got a day job, okay? So because I got a day job, we can't break news, so I wasn't able to cover it while it was happening. So by the time I got off of work at 2 a.m, the great news already came out that Jamal White had been found. So I was going to, he's found. Let me move on to the next case because there's so many cases out there. In fact, when I started doing research on Jamal White, there's a Milwaukee girl, same town, who's been missing, and there's no sign of her being returned so far. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll talk about that Amber Alert for that young woman who was missing. I got it in my notes. I'll try and look it up as the show goes on, and then we'll give her a shout out and some awareness, rather. That's probably a better way of saying it. And then I kept looking into this case, and I'm like, man, this just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't mean that it's not possible that things didn't happen the way that we saw it happen, right? Because we're not going off of people's words. We're like going off of literally what we saw with our own eyes. But the kidnapping of White just doesn't happen that way in America. It's extremely rare. It's extremely rare. Now, this could be one of those rare instances that it actually happened, but it is extremely rare for an assailant, total stranger, to run up on his kid while his dad is there, gun out, the whole nine, and just abduct them. Doesn't really happen like that. So the more I look into this, the more I examine the players and stuff like that, the more suspicious I am that, this is not probably what we think it was. Or maybe there's more to the story. I don't have any evidence of this. Just giving you my opinion. Listen, I'm just a YouTuber on YouTube. I got all these credentials and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm just a talking head. I could be totally wrong. And I know from covering these type of stories before, especially when you have people, who spend a lot of time on social media like this family does, they might come across the channel, might come across the show. They might be upset with what I have to say. I'm just going to say now, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm not trying to implicate anybody. I'm just a YouTube talking head, just talking, saying how I feel. So if I hurt anybody's feelings, I apologize. It's not my intention. And you always have the ability to just click to the next video. But I think we need to explore into this and kind of try and figure out who are these people and how did this happen? Why did it happen? I don't have those answers. But we're going to start digging and see if we could maybe find those answers. So big shout out to everybody who's joining me today. You guys are amazing. We got 72 people in the room right now. Please make sure you hit that like button so that we can get into that algorithm. Once again, we don't ask for the like button for our egos. We don't want to see a lot of likes because it makes us feel special. It's simply a business proposition. We want to grow the channel. We want to reach a wider audience. The only way that happens is if you hit the like button. So if you like the show and you want to support us, that's the best way to support us, by hitting that like button and throwing something in that chat like, hi, love the show, thumbs up, whatever you may say, or even strategic, you're the most handsome guy on the planet. Whatever you want to say, it's called engagement to the algorithm, and it helps us grow the show. Now, let's get over here and kind of do like a little bit of a deep dive into this, man, because this is a little confusing. So let's listen to this beautiful young woman kind of give us her take on like what she's been kind of discovering as she's been looking more into this case. Big shout out to her. I don't know what is her channel. Use Run Available. Okay. well, it says her name is User Unavailable, but it's BLLL. Okay, so and her name is Tanisha M. So you can search her up that way, Tanisha M, or User Unavailable. Big shout out to her. This is all TikTok right now. Let's get into this.
Abduction was not random. I did some snooping on Facebook and I found Jamal White's parents. I found his grandparents, his cousins, his aunties and uncle. His parents are involved in some stuff and their child was abducted because of it. I promise you. I promise you. I highly think that their son is going to be found okay.
All right, so this is before the child was found, so we know he was found. But this is kind of the reason why I wanted to play this for you guys, because what she's saying is kind of where I'm at. Like, this was targeted. This was targeted. There was some foul play going on. Also, big shout out to Ariel Stoops, who hit us off with the new emoji, breaking the chains emoji. We love it. It's cool. People are using it. We really appreciate it. And once again, if anybody has any fan art, doesn't have to be for me, like, you know, any kind of emojis you want to put out there. Like, I think Ariel Stoops is putting that out there for addiction, substance abuse, and we don't even talk about that on this channel, but it's so awesome because you can also take that breaking the chains with substance abuse and you can also put it with trauma, which is something we do talk about on this channel. And guess what? We put it on the show. Now people can use it. So please definitely send us any artwork or anything like that that you want us to showcase on the show. If we choose to, we might just show it. Let's keep going.
When you're involved in certain lifestyles, anything can happen, so you never know. I'm just gonna pray for the best. But yeah, this ain't no random abduction, y'all. This is definitely calculated. It was planned. And I'm pretty confident that the parents know more than the public. But this is why you have to be mindful of the type of lifestyle that you live, especially when you become a parent, because your children are going to be subjected to that lifestyle. Whatever's after you is coming after your children. And that's why you have to be mindful of the type of lifestyle that you live. Damn. It's crazy. This abduction was not random.
I want to go ahead and bring you over to the Facebooks. This is the mother. She's showing the bunkie. She in front of the hood Porsche. I think the hood Porsche is the Charger. No, the hood Porsche is a Charger. And the hood Lamborghini is the Challenger. So she in front of the hood Porsche, you know, the Dodge Charger, showing the bunkie. Let's keep going. So she calls herself Paris Marie. It's a digital creator. She works at Hollister. Does everybody work at Hollister on Facebook? Like, everybody says Hollister. Is that like a thing or something that I haven't like caught on to because I'm old? But she works at Hollister. Let's keep going. She studied at Riverside University, and she went to Riverside University High School. Oh, no, my fault. Riverside University High School, period. And she lives in Milwaukee. So this is mommy. She said they found her son. Let's look at some of her pictures. That's how she give it up. She's got a lot of flashy jewelry on her, a lot of money on her. Tattoos, luxury items, Dolce, Gabbana. That's expensive stuff, man. I mean, I'd hope with this jewelry and you know, these designer bags, that I hope that she lives in a very good part of town. You know, I'm not judging her. I don't know her, but a lot of times people will put their money in the wrong places. You know, like, people will chase after this allure and this vision that they want people to see them as, you know what I'm saying? As high class and rich and stuff, and they're poor. And instead of putting their resources into getting out of the hood, they put their resources into being hood rich, But anyway, let's keep going. So that's mommy. And that's her son. Look at that beautiful, handsome little boy. Handsome little boy. He looks very well taken care of. I got to say that. He looks like he's loved, and he looks like he's very, very well taken care of. And that's always a good sign at things. All right. And he has been found safely. I'm going to just pull out here. See if we maybe find anything probative here. No, mommy showing boobies and a lot of skin. But that's how she do. So it is what it is. Everybody's different. That's how she chooses to express herself. All right. So now let's shoot on over. Is this like when she was younger or something? No, that's somebody else. All right. Well, I don't know how old she is to say younger. She might be young. She might be in her early 20s for all I know. I don't know. All right. So now. Oh, look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at it, baby. I love kids, man. I love kids. Okay. Let's go check out Dad. So Dad is on some some rapping stuff. I can't play this because I don't want to get copyright striked. I don't know how these dudes give it up. But this is the father right here. He's rapping. One thing I say about the father, he prominently shows his son. He clearly loves his son. It's a big part of his page. As we'll see, if we go to the pictures real quick, you could definitely see he puts a lot of pictures of his son on his on his profile, which is always good because sometimes you don't see that. So you could tell that this man loves his son. His son is a very important part of his world. It does look like the father is definitely I'm not gonna say, I don't know him. I don't know if he's a gangster or something like that, but he definitely is a part of that culture. You know what I'm saying? Where that hood culture, he rapping and all that bull crap. You guys know how I feel about that stuff. You know, he's showing the gold teeth, showing the money and all that stuff. You know, this stuff don't come out of nowhere. You know, if you live in the hood and you got this stack of hundreds, if that's not play money, you got to do something to make that money. And if you're living in the hood, you're not making that money from a 9-to-5. You're most likely making that money from doing something negative. Because if you had that money for real, that was like a real part of your world, you wouldn't live in the hood. You wouldn't be driving a hood Porsche Dodge Challenger around. So let's keep going. But this is the dad's page. Very proud father, loves his kid, always taking pictures with the kid. Big up to him on that. Much respect for that. All right. So now, this is the perpetrator who's been identified as Corey Williams. This is Corey Williams being taken into custody. Bring that back a little bit.
Corey Williams.
Come on out, or we coming in. Big shout out to Leslie. One gift membership. Thank you, Leslie.
Corey Williams.
All right. So a lot going. This is when the police found the boy, Jamal White. Apparently he's not wearing the same clothes that he was wearing when he went missing. I don't know. Well, I want to get that video for you guys. There's a video. This is the father apparently racing his son on the bike. So the father's apparently racing the son on the bike, and the subject is in this white Jeep, and he apparently comes out gunpoint and takes the boy. Now, I have not seen this video in its completion. I've read a lot of people and listened to a lot of people talking about it, but this is the first time I'm going to watch this video in its completion. Remember, I was working when this was happening, and I just woke up not too long ago, and I'm covering it. And then me and the kids are going to see Superman in the IMAX after this. But I can't fathom, and maybe it's because I'm some gung-ho cop, but I'm not afraid of death. And I'm not saying that to be funny, because life is precious and I like living, but I'm not afraid to die. For some strange reason, the fear of death does not consume me. And why do I say that, ladies and gentlemen? Because if a man points a gun at me and tells me he wants my son or my daughters, you're going to have to kill me. Now, I'm not saying this to judge Corey's father. I'm not saying this to judge Corey's father. I'm saying this because it is unfathomable to me. It's unfathomable to me that somebody could point a gun at you and say, give me your son. And you like, okay, but I don't know. I ain't see the video. Let's see how that works out. Maybe I might eat crow. And if I eat crow, I will certainly say I'm sorry and I apologize and I jumped the gun. But you're going to have to kill me. That is something worth dying for. You're going to have to kill me if you think you're going to pull a gun out on me and try and take my kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're going to have to pull the trigger. Let's keep going. So here we go. So this guy, he does his 3-point turn. And then he follows behind these folks. I'm telling you, man, we need to have capital punishment for people like this. Too lenient, our justice system, on folks like this guy who abducted this boy. All right, let me get a different look. All right. Give me something probative. All right. All right. They just replaying the same thing. There's another view. So we're going to find that other view because there's another view of the actual abduction. This one is just like playing it over and over again and zooming in and zooming out. It's interesting. It's probative, but I want to see the other view. So we're going to find it. We're going to find it. All right, here we go, here we go. First of all, that ain't happening. There's no way in hell my son is screaming, daddy, 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 and I'm letting him get in that car. I'm sorry. We're gonna see if you really intend on using that gun, because you're going to have to kill me. I'm sorry. You're going to have to kill me. It's a problem. We don't make men the way we used to make men. This generation of dudes that walk around with penises and all that stuff, they think they men just because by virtue they've been labeled a boy at birth. A man is a title you earn. It's a title you earn. It's about being a protector. It's about being a role model. And sometimes it's about taking fear and turning it into action. That's what they teach us to do in the police department. We're afraid. Damn right we're afraid. I was afraid 1,000 times when I had knives put on me. 1,000 times when I'm pulling guns off of suspects. I was afraid. 1,000 times when I'm squaring up with guys that's 2 times my size, and I'm a big dude. I'm 6'1", and I'm dealing with guys that's 6'7". Each arm is the size of my whole body. I was afraid, but it turned the fear into action. You don't let somebody take your child like that. You don't let somebody take your child. Now, he's in a car. The assailant is in the car. Why didn't he follow the assailant? I don't understand. Like, there's something fishy about this. So he pulls the gun on the father, allegedly. This is what they're saying happened. Takes the child, gets in his Jeep, and drives away. But they tell us that the father was in a car, too. The father was in that civil car, and he was racing the son. So what happened? What did he do? Did he go in the house and call 911? Like, what did he do? He didn't chase after the dude in his car and get on 911, says, yo, somebody just kidnapped my son. We're all driving along I-95 or something. He just took a left on Bridge Street. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. What did he do after that? This is very suspicious stuff here, man. Very suspicious. All right. We're going to keep going down this route. You know what? Let me just play this so you can see real quick. Real quick. See that? Apparently, that's the father in the car. That's the son. This guy does the U-turn, grabs the son. Father gets out the car. The guy pulls a gun on the father. The father, tomorrow's another day. That's the father's thing. Tomorrow's another day.
Does that make sense?
Dude gets in his Jeep, drives off with the kid, and then what happens with the father? I don't know. Somebody fill in the blanks for me. What happens with the father after that? What happens to the father after that?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, man. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going down this rabbit hole. I want to find the video that I saw that shows, I think I saw a video that shows the abduction. So we're going to keep going down this rabbit hole because I thought I saw a video that shows the abduction. We got to keep going down this rabbit hole so we can see if we can find it. Weird stuff, man. This is a person that claims to be an aunt. She says, my nephew got kidnapped from 4 boys. This is another thing. Like there's different stories on what happened. All right. Because remember, the only people that were there was the assailant, Jamal White, the victim, and the father. And yet we're hearing different stories. One story is that it was just one guy with a gun. The other story was 4 guys. And one of them have a gun. So here's the aunt where she's getting this story from. We'd assume she got the story from the dad. So the Simone's Views lady says, my nephew got kidnapped from 4 boys wearing ski masks in a white Jeep. This is extremely rare. Think about that, right? How are you going to find 4 pedophiles that's like, yo, we're going to go out there and kidnap us a little boy. And let's all have ski masks. Let's all have ski masks, and let's have guns, and let's decide to stake out this particular block. And while we staking it out, you can clearly see that the boy's father's in the car because you can see some interactions between them. They're not just going to start racing. They're going to talk about it, and then they're going to go race. So if you staking them out, which it looks like the car was doing, you would see that that's a father and a son. When there's a rural area, so suburbs, it looks like it at least, you could just drive around a block, you probably find an unaccompanied child. Shamefully, because no child should be unaccompanied. Why would you decide to take this kid? And what's the odds that you could find 4 people who would be okay with engaging in such a diabolical crime, unless there was something else involved, like drugs or money or gang stuff? Much more willing that you could find 4 people willing to do something like this if it was gang related. Much more willing that you could find 4 people willing to do something like this if it was drug related. Much more willing to find people to engage in something like this for those reasons rather than, hey, we're all 4 pedophiles that happen to know each other. And let's just go out there and try and get this little kid. I don't know. Something fishy about this, ladies and gentlemen. Something real fishy. This is them taking the cutting their grass. Cut your grass, man. It's only the hood because you make it the hood. Cut the grass. Make it. I can't do that because they're gonna copyright. Thing is with music, man, music sucks because you can't play music on YouTube. They're crazy. So I'm gonna keep playing that. No sound, guys. My apologies. Somebody said Grizzly has a video. What doesn't Grizzly have? She's like true crime encyclopedia. So we're gonna go over to her channel and see if we can see if we find it. Rather than me search the Devil's Playground, aka Twitter, aka X, let's see if we could just put the cheat code in and get Grizzlies. And was it a video? Was it a live? It looks like it was probably a live she did. Mysterious. I'm looking. 2 days ago. Nah, it's probably a video. Japan's Twitter killer, the chilling crimes. Oh, okay. Poison family mushroom. Cobra. I don't see it. Anybody have a link? Let me know. You got a link to Grizzly's video that shows the actual abduction? Let me know. Email it to us, and we'll definitely play it. Big shout out to all the Grizzlies in the building. We appreciate you, just like we appreciate Grizzly. Let's keep going. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go. We're on a search. Maybe we'll find it. So this is the dude right here. It's the weirdo. Look at them lips, man. Like Nas said when he was beefing with Hot 97, man. Look at those lips, man. He looked fugazi. Hey, look at them lips. Anyway, this is the guy right here. Definitely looks like a weirdo. What's this? We just clicking links like crazy.
All right, guys,
all right,
so for
here we go.
anyone who has been following the Jamal White,
This is Matt. I can never pronounce this guy's name. Thibodeau. Matt Thibodeau. We definitely feature him from time to time on this channel. He be having exclusives from time to time. So let's see what he has to say about it. He has a very big TikTok channel. Go check him out. And he's always covering these cases and doing a great job at it. Let's keep going.
Case out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We do have an arrest in Jamal's kidnapping. This right here is Corey Williams, and he is the man who is now in custody after kidnapping Jamal at GUN Point on July 11th. Right here is footage from authorities approaching the house on 39th and Lloyd, which is where Jamal was ultimately found with this man, Corey Williams. This right here is a screenshot of Corey Williams getting handcuffed and being taken into custody. The crazy thing here too, in addition to this man abducting this child, is that Corey was actually on social media posting, sharing stories while he had Jamal. Right before his arrest, he actually wiped his IG profile clean. The only things on his page were his bio, his profile picture, and these stories right here that he added, again, while he had Jamal. This actually being his last official story post right here. Now, when Jamal was found,
he said, I love y'all, I'm gone. Okay. Big shout out to Chris Dreyer, longtime supporter of the show. We got mad love for Chris Dreyer. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. It's been with me for years. Even when I talk politics, now we're talking true crime. He's still here. And a lot of that audience ain't here no more because they want to hear me talk about politics. No, thank you. We're going to talk about these kids. That's more important, man. So anyway, Chris Dreyer says it is pronounced Thibodeau. Okay, Matt Thibodeau. Sorry for disrespecting your name, Matt. We appreciate you. And keep doing what you do. Let's keep going.
He was taken to the hospital where he was evaluated. He was talking with his cousin, and his cousin, I guess, asked him if he was okay, and he just responded, yeah. We more than likely will get more information, if not today, definitely tomorrow on Monday the 14th. Today, I am going to try to dig into who...
And people are saying that the video that I played is the video that Grizzly played, so we're not going to, obviously, we already played it. But I could have sworn I saw actual video of the abduction itself. I think I saw a video like that. Maybe I was wrong, but I could have sworn I saw a video of the actual abduction. We'll keep looking. If I find it at another time, I'll just put it up on YouTube or wherever. Let's keep going.
Corey Williams actually is and what his motive could have been for doing this. So make sure to follow. I will continue to keep you guys updated as information comes out and as things are uncovered. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. I'm just so happy that Jamal has been found alive and that he is reunited with his family.
All right. I want to go back over here. So that's the dude. So people blaming the cops. He said if Milwaukee police were better at pulling over these suspicious cars without plates, Jamal White might still be at home with his family. Well, maybe we should blame the person who actually took Jamal White. How about that? You know, I mean, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't live in Milwaukee. I don't know how those guys get down there when it comes to policing, but how do we just like ignore the fact that some madman actually decided to take Jamal White? I don't know. All right. Let's see here. So this is a picture of them taking this guy into custody. I want to see the video. Like, what's the deal with that? Okay. We're going down it. We're going to figure this out. It's the Mom Dukes. Mom Dukums. You know, she's showing that skin. Let's see here.
They got him. They got him, y'all.
Let's bring over here.
They found baby Jamal. Look at this video.
She Cajun. She said, Jamal. Look at this video.
They got him, y'all.
She Cajun.
Share this live. Share this live. Right where your house at, Kiosha?
What's that on her lip? She got something on her lip.
39th and Lloyd, y'all. Share this.
Is that like a piercing? I thought she had some food on her lips.
Share this live, y'all. They found that little boy.
See you later, Rachel.
Right by Kiosha house, bro. They found him, bro. In a blanket. Share this live, y'all. They found him by 39th and Hope, by my sister's house. Go get that baby. Go get that baby, man. They just raided the house on 39th and Lloyd, y'all.
Nah, this is breaking news, y'all. Within the last hour, 25 minutes, they just found the baby. A girl had went live and she said the baby was...
You know, listen, after seeing... What's up, buddy?
Daddy, I'm waiting for you to be done with your live. Then I'm going to get drunk.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll be done in a little bit. Every time I listen to somebody from Louisiana area, like I can't stop thinking about that movie. What's that new movie with the vampires? I love the accent too, man. But I can't think about it. What's the name of the movie with the vampires? It's on the top of my head, but my son just said something to me and I forgot. What's the movie with the vampires with what's his name again? Sinners. There you go. I keep thinking about Sinners. Every time I hear somebody with a Louisiana accent.
Found on 39th and Lloyd Street. She said not too far from where her sister stayed, right up the street. They said the police went and raided the house, got that baby up out of there. Shout out to everybody on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok for the reposts. The truck drivers, everybody was on high alert. Yo, from the... And when I tell you, I could understand.
All right. That's interesting. I want to see the actual video, though. Like, people are not showing the actual video of the arrest. Like, we saw a little piece of it, but somebody... Let's go over to TikTok. I think we got to go to TikTok. What is this? Corey... I don't know what this is. Close. All right, so this is more news on this Corey dude. Corey Williams identifies as a suspect in abduction of 7-year-old Jamal White. This is the dude right here. He definitely gives pedophile vibes. Let's hope he didn't do nothing to that kid. We pray that, but he definitely gives me some pedophile vibes. Look at his lips, man. Look at the lips. Like Nas said decades ago on Hot 97, man. Look at his lips. Give me that pedophile vibes. So, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a suspect had been taken into custody in connection with the abduction of 7-year-old Jamal White, also known as Baby J, who was reported missing on July 11th. So, let's see what this video shows us.
Don't you know the pink salt trick recipe yet? Come with me and I'll teach you.
Right,
this is the secret to...
Boom.
They spend billions to fund foreign wars.
Come on.
And yet you're still drowning in debt. Until now.
Corey Williams.
Break it down. Take the door. I mean, you got an armed kidnapping. I would not be knocking on the door. That's crazy. I don't know what kind of tactics these guys got. You got an armed kidnapping, felony arrest warrant. You taking that door down. Now, listen, it all worked out because the guy surrendered. But that's wild that they're knocking on the door. Like, he's armed. He can shoot through the door. Like, he has a gun. That's at least what the parents are telling you. The information police have to work with is this is an armed guy who committed a violent felony. A kidnapping is considered a violent felony. You don't have to hurt somebody for it to be violent. Using a gun makes it violent. So you have a violent felony. You have a minor that might be in danger inside of the home right now. You have a guy that's known to you to be armed. You take the door. You don't knock on the door. Weird how some police do business around the country. Big shout out to everybody who's checking this. I got 180 people right now on this stream. Please hit that like button so we can get into that algorithm. We do appreciate it. According to Milwaukee Police Department, Jamal was last seen around 7 p.m. near 61st and Hustis Street. Witnesses reported that the child was taken at gunpoint and forced into a white Jeep Renegade by a male suspect dressed in black hoodie, black face mask, and armed with a handgun. An Amber Alert was issued shortly after his disappearance. Jamal was later located safely on the afternoon of Saturday near 39th and Lloyd Street. Police confirmed that Williams was found with the child at the time of his recovery. The investigation remains active as police work to determine the full extent of Williams' involvement and to identify any additional suspects. Jamal was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts. He is described as 4 feet tall, weighing approximately 80 pounds, with short black hair and brown eyes. Anyone with further information about the abduction is urged to contact Milwaukee Police District at 414-935-7242. I read that on purpose, just in case anybody who is watching this show may have some information. Please do go contact that local police department and give them the information that you have. It's interesting stuff. Let's go over here back to TikTok and let's type in Jamal White and let's see what we get, because TikTok has a lot of good stuff. All right. Let's see here. Jamal White's mother just posted this on her story. So apparently this poster is saying that that the mother just put this on her TikTok. Let me find her TikTok. Hold on. All right, she sound ratchet as hell. I ain't gonna lie. No shade. I'm sorry, but she do sound that ratchet. What's her name? Paris Marie. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Paris Marie, this is her right here. All right, so these are pinned. How do we know when she put these on her page? Nah, this ain't her. This is some other person. Let's see. This is not her at all. So Paris Marie. Let's try and find Paris Marie. People like, that's not how you search on TikTok. You are such a newbie, strategic. Yeah, I know, man. I am definitely a newbie. Let me go back here and see if I could kind of like. We'll have to figure that out. We'll figure that out, but let's keep going. 7-year-old who was kidnapped while riding his bike in Milwaukee was heard screaming for his dad. Very sad stuff. Let's see what this lady has to
Jamal
say.
is safe. Let's get to all of the details that has been spilling out all over social media since his kidnapping. So after Jamal was discovered, a bunch of his neighbors had came outside and kind of gave us an update about what was going on. So Jamal was found in the third house seen above, which is on 39th and Lloyd. Now, according to eyewitnesses, they stated that police had surrounded the place because the neighbors had thought it was being raided for other reasons, not actually connected to a kidnapping. But I'm going to let the neighbor tell it for you.
He was in, I don't even know who house it was, JoJo. It's a house on, like, right on the corner where my sister stay at. Like, literally, then you see a big-ass RV. It's a huge-ass RV where my sister's house is, but right across the street, it's like a... Do that house look abandoned or vacant? No. It's not no abandoned or a vacant house. It's a real house. But everybody we just seen come out that house, everybody ran out the house. Like, they told them to come out when nobody gonna get hurt. I literally just showed it. Literally just left. Soon as we leave, my sister baby daddy called and was like, they finna raid somebody's house. I'm like, okay, what you mean? So he pointed the camera around and you see everybody just running. 40, go to 49th and Lloyd.
Now that's Mia Lynn, and she was telling the play-by-play about what was happening at her sister's house because that is where the kidnapping had occurred. She goes on to say that the boy's father, Jamal White, who goes by the name of Mal, came into the comment section and said, "Where is my son?" Now she proceeds to tell him, "Go to 39th and Lloyd. That's exactly where the police presence was." And then another live streamer catches the father seen there in the olive green joggers at the scene waiting to see his son. Now, another person by the name of V1 Low Key had posted on Instagram that somebody at the scene was being arrested. Then they quickly deleted this video, so I don't know if this capture had anything to do with the disappearance of Jamal White. But if anything else cracks off on the internet, I'm gonna keep y'all posted. So now that Jamal is safe, let's get to—
All right, so that's Nosy Bystanders. Thank you. We try and shout people out when we play this stuff. What do we got going here? What is this? I don't know. You gotta be careful because people just be posting whatever they want to post for views. 17 hours ago, 9 hours. You know, can I like can you like filter this? So like for time? What we got going here? What she got to say?
Okay, so we're going to talk about the man that was arrested yesterday when they found Jamal.
What you got to say?
His name is Corey Williams. Based off the video where they're banging on his door and asking for him and yelling his name. Here's his mugshot right here. And I don't know if he's the one that physically kidnapped Jamal or if he was just like a hideaway house and part of something bigger. I looked into him, and this is his Instagram, and on his story, he actually posted the video of Jamal being taken. Not just that, he actually follows Jamal's mother on Instagram.
Damn.
It looks like she doesn't follow him,
Wait.
so I don't know how he knows.
Go back. We gotta get mommy's Instagram.
Paris looks like she
Pay.
doesn't follow him, so I don't know how he knows Jamal's mother. And this was the last thing that he posted on his story, saying, "I love y'all, I'm gone." Little suspicious. Just remember that there were 4 alleged suspects when they kidnapped Jamal. Just remember there are still people out there that are armed and dangerous and willing to kidnap children. If there's any updates, I will keep you guys informed. Other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments.
All right.
So
hold on. Let's bring mommy's Instagram in. Let's get her Instagram in. All right. Mommy, Paris Paid, Baby J's #1 provider, independent business owner. I don't know what's going on here. Let's keep going. Okay. Let's see. Where's the post at? she's showing them clappers, man. Mommy likes showing them clappers. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, boy. Come on. Remember when moms used to look like moms? I got in trouble for saying that. Somebody was like, don't comment on a person's physical appearance because that could change. And then I was like, shut up. No disrespect, but I never comment on how somebody look like if they're pretty or not. I just said like, hey, let's have some class and dignity about how we present ourselves. Like, you can't critique anything. That's why our society's in the dumps right now. Because whenever you try and say, hey, listen, maybe there's a better way of carrying yourself. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Perception is everything. That's how I was raised. People perceive you from what they see, first impressions, right? For some reason in this society, we've done away with that. You can't do that anymore. You're considered mean if you say, hey, maybe, you know, when you have a child, you shouldn't post pictures like this. There's a millimeter of clothes on her behind. If you take that millimeter of clothes away, she's naked, basically. Maybe you shouldn't post pictures like, I'm a bad guy for pointing that out. I'm sexist, I'm mean, I'm prude, all this extra stuff for pointing that out. Okay. Now, listen, that's a bathing suit. You want to go in the pool? That's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong. But when you posting it on the internet, I think it's a little different. That your son will grow up and he can see pictures like this of his moms. You go to the pool, all right, whatever. You know? I remember when moms used to be moms, you know? They look like moms. Dignified, classy, you know? Okay. Maybe I'm just a prude. Anyway, let's keep going. Right, because this is how you remember your moms when you was growing up, right? The same people who will tell me, don't say that, strategic. This is how you remember your moms. No, you did not. If you 40 years old and up, you do not remember your mom doing something like this and looking like this. And if you do, then your mom was most likely involved in some criminal, illegal activities, and you had a very rough life, and that's not funny. And I feel sorry for you if that's the case. But anyway, let's keep going. I like her freckles, though. They're very unique. I think they're cute. Nice, cute freckles. Pretty lady. Decent looking lady. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me stop before I get in trouble on YouTube. All right, so this is the mom's Instagram. So I guess she does beauty stuff. She was a cutie. Definitely cutie when she was younger, before kids and all that stuff. She's cutie. Let's keep going. Okay, that's the Instagram. I thought we was gonna get like some posters and stuff like postings. I don't really see anything. Okay. This is the one that they said was just posted, so they didn't lie. This was just posted by the mother. No, actually, this was posted May 12th, so that person lied. So that's why you can't believe everything on the internet. This wasn't just posted. This was posted a while back. All right. We need dog models. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. Let's go back on it. Back to the devil's playground. Let's go to the tweeters. Let's go to the tweeters. All right. Let's go to the. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. And then we'll call it a day if we don't find anything probative. We shall call it a day. Big shout out to everybody who's watching the show. We do appreciate you guys for joining us while we try and do a deep dive on this because we think it's a little suspicious. Sorry. Please hit that like button, support the channel so we can get into that algorithm. Grow the channel. Let's see here. Real quick. And then I gotta get out. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:04. We gotta go soon. I gotta go see Superman with the kids. So originally it's supposed to be me and my middle daughter. But mommy decided to, do some work today. She's working from home. So she's like, take your son with you. My 6-year-old. So I said, listen, you're going to sit there, you're going to be good? He's like, no. I said, son, I just paid $22 for your ticket. Remember when the IMAX used to be like $10? The movie was like $8. The IMAX was like $10. Now the IMAX is $22.50. That's for kids. For adults, it's $25. So I said, son, I spent $22 on your ticket. He's like, so? So then he compromised with me. He's like, all right, let's compromise. Kid is smart. He said, let me bring my iPad and my headphones, and then I'll watch Power Rangers while the movie's going on. So that's what the movie theater is going to be for me. He's going to be watching his Power Rangers on the iPad while me and his big sister actually try and enjoy the movie. But I still have to prepare myself for him to use the bathroom at least 6 times during the movie. So I will probably miss the majority of the movie. I'll catch it when it comes on television in a couple of months. But as long as he's not doing what he normally do, start standing up, dancing, walking, and doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, man. I'll take that. All right, there's like no videos. What the hell? Did I like press the wrong thing or something? Like, where the videos at? This is crazy. I just see pictures. Let me see here. All right. All right, well, they found him. So this is good. So, all right, they found Jamal White. So if you're just checking in, we're going to get out of here now. They found Jamal White. He was in good condition. We're praying for the best as the investigation continues. We want the best to make sure that this young boy is fine, truly fine. We don't know what the motivation was for him to be abducted. We don't know. And this is some crazy stuff, man. This really is crazy. So I want to go ahead and do one more search, see if there's anything updated that just came out. Top, let's do the latest. Who's this lady? What's she talking about? Oh, no. That has nothing to do with this story. Nothing either. Okay. Okay. Twitter is stupid. Undefeated, man. Let's keep going. Family reunites with 7-year-old Jamal White after being taken by gunpoint. All right. A man armed with a handgun. I tried to do the whole expensive sneaker things for my son, and then they destroy it in 2 seconds, man. It just doesn't make any sense. So I go to the outlet and I get him the cheapest sneakers that are on sale in the outlet, because boys are supposed to be boys. They're supposed to get out there and play and have a good time, not worry about keeping their sneakers nice and spiffy so they look like they're worth $1 million. Let's keep going. Okay. I think we kind of saw everything that we could see so far. And I think I was mistaken about the video where he's actually being abducted. I don't think I saw that. I think I saw something else that just confused me. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. That was a really interesting show, man. It's crazy. I think there's gonna be more to this. I pray that there's not, to be honest with you. I don't pray bad on the family. I hope that this was just a madman who abducted this boy at random, and that there's no foul play or anything like that. But we'll see. Because the internet is buzzing, and usually when the internet is buzzing, there's like something to it. It's not always right, but there's something to it. And the internet is saying stuff of owing money and illegal dealings, and this was pretty much retaliation for unpaid debts. I hope not. But guys, thanks for joining me today. We had a really good crowd. I really do appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I hope you guys have a great Sunday with your friends and families. Get out there, enjoy the beautiful weather, especially if you're in the Northeast. It's beautiful weather out there. Make sure you get out there and enjoy it. I'm going to head out there in an hour to go watch Superman. Big shout out to Biscuits with a $4.99 super chat. Says, the world needs more fathers like you. Thank you for being a prude. Thank you for respecting my prudeness. Before I go, let me see if I missed anything. Let's go to the section where people show me support. Una celebrating 5 months as a patrol member. Thank you so much. Queen Olive celebrating 3 months as a recruit member. Leslie gave 1 gift-free membership. Actually, she gave 2 on a separate posting. She gave another free gift membership. So thank you so much, Leslie, for the 2 free gift memberships. And those people who got that, please make sure that you thank Leslie. And of course, we shouted out Biscuits. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. Guys, make sure you hit that like button on your way out the building. We need that so we can get into the algorithm, and we can definitely reach a wider audience. It's been a slow month, but it's okay. It happens like that on YouTube. Ebbs and flows. So we've just been hovering around the 200s when it comes to the subs. I think we're at 87,200 and something. We're just like stuck there. Right? Like YouTube has their thumb on our necks. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're just going to stay there because that's your lucky number. I'm going to play it on Lotto. Maybe I might win something. Play my subscriber count. We want to get past 87,200. We want to march to 100,000 subscribers. And anybody on YouTube and their mother will tell you the hardest metric or milestone rather to reach is 100,000 subs. It's the hardest milestone to reach on YouTube. And we're knocking on the door. We're one big show away from hitting 100,000. So we're going to keep plugging away. We're going to keep covering unpopular stories because those unpopular stories deserve to be heard, and we'll build our audience, and eventually we'll get where we need to go. Before I go, I made a promise to you guys that I was going to give awareness to a little girl who's been missing, and she has not been found yet. Missing girl. And here we go. All right. Let's go ahead and give some awareness to this beautiful girl. All right. Let's do it. All right. Here we go.
16-year-old daughter. An urgent plea from a mother. It has been 3 weeks since her 16-year-old daughter left home. Fox 6's Bria Jones is in the newsroom for us tonight with a message that mother is sharing. Bria?
Good evening, Ted. Paris Allen says her 6-year-old daughter, Isis Allen, is a frequent runaway. While MPD has yet classified this case as critical missing, Paris says it is critical. That's because her child has been calling her from the phone of a man almost twice her age.
What?
I had a job. I couldn't focus.
Oh, my gosh.
It's hard. So sometimes I'm mad. Sometimes I'm scared.
Paris Allen needs help and answers. She wants to find her 16-year-old daughter, Isis Allen, more than anything.
Oh,
he
my
is
gosh.
a severe asthmatic. She does have mental health issues.
Milwaukee police say she's been missing since June 20th. Her mother says she has run away before, but never with a grown man. She says the two were arguing about that relationship when Isis left their home near 75th and Greentree.
What? Are you kidding me? They just stop it in the middle of and put an ad in there. Does YouTube does that to you guys? Because I don't deal with ads on YouTube because I've always have YouTube Premium. I've
keep asking
always
the
had
court to,
premium.
instead of putting her in group homes, to put her somewhere that she can be safe, which is probably like a mental facility.
Allen says ISIS has been calling and FaceTiming her from a number she says belongs to a 28-year-old man that is keeping ISIS from sharing her location.
You going to
28-year-old is
jail.
dating my 16-year-old daughter. He's showing her around the family, introducing her as his girlfriend.
She also shared this screenshot from ISIS's Instagram, where she says the man had been following her for a year. It says, "My body feels so weak. Wish I could call my mom and ask for help."
She's with a stranger that might be taking advantage of her.
She says ISIS has been struggling since her uncle was killed in 2023. She's hoping this message makes it to her.
I love you. I hope that you're okay. I want to make sure that you're okay.
All right. Hold on.
Whatever we need to talk out.
All right. Check this out. First of all, homeboy. First of all, they should have found this girl already, especially since she's calling from this guy's phone. You have probable cause to go get a search warrant. This is a juvenile that's missing. They're endangered. They should have gotten a search warrant with cell tower location and should be able to triangulate, or at least the general location where this girl is at by doing a search warrant on a telephone. So I don't know if she's calling from some kind of Google Voice or some online, like some text-free phone number. That could complicate things. But if she's calling from a cell phone, this should be a case that should be solved already because they should have done a search warrant. But once again, I don't know how these law enforcement do out in these areas. You get what you pay for. If you live in a super poor community, you're going to get super poor policing. Now, the other thing that I want to bring to your attention is this is the age of consent in Wisconsin, and that is 18 years old. That means, homeboy, if you happen to watch True Crime with Strategic, because we've had to block a lot of pedophiles that come on here, especially when we talk about the pedophiles, and they'll get mad and be like, oh, Strategic, screw you. You know, pedophiles are great. Aki makes swift work of them and blocks them, all right? So if he happens to be watching this, understand, bro, you're going to be a sex offender. Understand that you're going to go to jail. Understand that there's going to be somebody watching you and restricting where you could live, where you could work, the type of work you could do, and just your overall lifestyle, how you use your phone and your computer. They may take that ability away from you. Because why? Because you are a disgusting pedophile that decided you wanted to take advantage of a mentally ill 16-year-old girl instead of go finding a woman or getting some help for your predilections, all right? So understand that, homeboy, that this is not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well. And when it comes to we call them rape third in New York State, where you cannot give consent, they don't need her to cooperate. They could build cases like that without the victim. So even if the girl's like, I'm not pressing charges, I'm not testifying against them, they don't need her to find you guilty. So please return this girl safely to her mama. All right, if you know what's good for you, return this girl safely to her mama and face the music, because there's no way around it. Regardless of whether she comes home safe or not, which we hope she comes home safe, you're still going to jail. It's just a matter of what do you want to go to jail for? You want to go to jail for statutory rape, or you want to go to jail for something worse? Turn yourself in and give this girl back to her mother. Let's keep going.
Talk about that in person. So I need to know where you at.
Allen says she needs help before the unthinkable happens.
I feel like they're not going to understand that until it's too late. Until they find her in a garbage can or
oh boy, don't talk like that.
Until I'm getting a call saying like I gotta go identify her body.
Allen says she did receive a call from ISIS this morning saying that the man was upset he was posted online and that she could no longer protect her family from him. Now, we have reached out to MPD, but they have yet to release any new information. If you know something about this case, please contact District 4. Ted?
Right.
Does Miss Allen know specifically where her daughter is, or does she know the 28-year-old who's with the daughter?
Ted, she now knows the identity of that 28-year-old, but she's unclear exactly where ISIS could be at this time, which she just wants to know a location.
Your heart breaks for her frustration and her fear. Bria Jones in the news.
Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know what's happening with the local PD. I don't know what they know, what they're working with. I'm not going to judge them without having access to their case file and knowing exactly what's happening in this situation. But I really find it hard to believe why they have not apprehended this guy and found the girl yet. If they have all of these investigative tools that they could be taken advantage of with the evidence that they have so far, namely these phone calls, cell site locations, etc. And now we hear they actually know the identity of the guy. So real wild stuff, Unless they took off and they're on the road going somewhere. I mean, I don't know how they couldn't find them yet, especially if they still have that cell phone. But whatever, we'll see what happens. All right, so we're out of here for good. I just wanted to cover that because I promised you guys that I would talk about this one before we ended the show, and promises made, promises kept. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out the building. We're at 194 likes with over 200 people watching right now. Do me a favor, let's get over to 200 likes before we end this stream, and we'll be ending this stream in 3, 2, 1. Peace. Strategic is out of here. Have a great one, guys.